Hi guys, Mr. John here. This place is a total mess right now because I'll be moving out of this corner. So this Babylon Tower is gonna be relocated to another place. A place dedicated for the task. A place built from the ground up. Would you believe that? So instead of cramming everything into this corner, I'm gonna have much more space. 2.4 meters by 3.6 meters inside, which is very nice. That place unfortunately is outside, so it's not heated from the house, but I do have some ways to heat it using electric heaters or using a wood stove. Not that big of a problem really. It's quite easy to implement. The question is only in money, how much it's gonna cost to keep it warm. We'll see. But right now I'm gonna give you a quick look of this mess. Some of you viewers that are on my channel from quite a while ago, they will remember a video where I went around this. It's called lab tour, kind of. And so instead of going over everything here, I'm just gonna put a link to that video in the description so you can go watch that. That's enough. 2 minutes. Why babble for more? I'm gonna show you in the next space. And the new place, since it's dark outside you can see, but let's enter it. It's a dedicated building. You heard me right. It's a goddamn dedicated building. As you can see, a small one, but nonetheless has a big ass bench, nice couple of shelves, and I will make much more as time goes on. You can see some of the stuff has been transferred to here from the other place, including that piece which you didn't see, but I made it a while ago to save a space by stacking a bunch of stuff vertically rather than taking a precious area of the precious real estate of the bench in that corner of a room. Currently the scene is lit by a single 36 watt T8 tube, which produces enough light for general purpose stuff and nothing too fancy, but it's quite alright. As you can see from the bench, it is a mess because I have a couple of projects that I can show you, but that will be if I have time. Unfortunately, the job is taking a fair bit of my time. To be honest, I have more time than I have energy now. Previously, I worked in 12-hour shifts, and I really did have less time. Well, actually, I had more time. But basically, I worked a day shift, then 2 night shifts, 12 hour, and then 4 days off. Now I work Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. And I don't have much time in the evening, and since my job is not very is not sitting on an office chair kind of, is I really don't have energy to do much stuff, and even less I have the desire to sit here babble to a camera. Harsh truth, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm telling you what it is. As you can see, bunch of stuff here. So, the place is 240 centimeters like that, and 360 like that on the inner walls. The scene is made out of, I don't know, how do you call it? It's like a bubbly chocolate kind of thing. It's kind of a building block. I know how it's called here, but I have no idea how it's called in the English speaking countries, so bear with me. I'm gonna show you later. The roof, on the actual roof, is a tin roof. And under that there are trusses, and then or something like that. There is a bunch of wood and there is another wood. Into that wood this plywood is sticked on, alright? And on top of the plywood, for some insulation, I do have a glass wool. I kinda opted for a stone wool, but that's what they had on hand, so whatever. I don't mind. And the place is heated by this creature, which is made out of a gas tank. And under gas, I mean gas, as in propane, butane kinda thing, not gasoline. It works. It gets the place more than hot enough. The problem is it's pretty much kind of like a Class A amplifier. Not that efficient at all. All it does is it basically burns wood inside of this cylinder, alright? And then there is a direct exhaust with some bands, which do help to make it a little bit more efficient by putting a little bit of a restriction on the exhaust. Otherwise it would have been a total disaster, since like 50% of the heat, I guess, would go straight out of the piping into the atmosphere. Not a great decision, alright? So yeah, there is a fire inside. Nice and hot. Overexposed. Ah, I know what's that. Can you see the violety kind of whitish haze here? That's infrared radiation, by the way, if you didn't know. See that? Those little bits, like streams of light. That's not visible for me, but that's visible to the camera. Since, even though it has a... God damn it. Even though it has an infrared filter, it still sees more light than human, because human sees none in the infrared spectrum. As you can see, it's a bit peeking out of there. Okay, so I do have a TV to repair, but that's a total disaster. TVs that I get now are nothing but a pain in the ass. There's no other word I can find to describe that kind of fiasco situation going on. And yeah, as you see, this video is more of a blog, a rant, whatever you call it, I don't care. Rather than anything educational or stuff like that. I just decided to go free and speak my mind out. So kind of like that. This video is gonna be unedited, absolutely. All I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stick a little bit of footage in the beginning of the video, which you've seen already by this time, maybe, of the old place, just so you have a comparison in the single video. But that's that. Nothing fancy at all. Quite nice, quite nice. The TV is a disaster because the vertical deflection I see is hard to find. I can't find it locally, that's the funny part. And I can find it on eBay, but the price on it is a bit ridiculous. I'm used to buying parts which are cheap. And paying $4 for the IC with $4 shipping, so that's like $8 already. Into this. Are you kidding me or something? It's a nice set though. It's a 100 hertz. It's a 100 hertz set, which basically is the reason why the goddamn vertical deflection IC is so pricey, because it has to work at twice of the frequency. Whew. I'm getting a bit overheated standing near this. As you saw, it spits infrared quite nicely, so I'm gonna wrap it up before I wrap up like a plastic bottle in the fire. Phew, standing near it. Just 24.7 at the moment, but it gets much hotter than that. I made this place once, what was that, 31.3 degrees, which is bloody ridiculous. I'm literally sweating in a sweater, so enough. It's a project I'm gonna make a video about. I hope that is, but anyway. Thanks for watching. See ya.